Yeah, guys, welcome back to my YouTube channel, and this is the voice of Vocal Classic TV. If today is your first time, kindly subscribe and also turn on the notification bell for regular updates. My previous account was terminated, but this is new account, guys. Yemi Cregx latest
For
interview
talking about
as
your
he
legacy
speaks
and
about
impact in
other
the house.
housemates. Check it
So
out.
just let me take you back a little bit. What was the process like for you having to audition for BB Titans and just take us through a little bit of the journey
Before
before you
I
entered
go
the
into the
house?
house, I've been auditioning for a long time. This was my fifth attempt. And got to decide. So we all know that there are certain criteria, processes, and everything that is needed for you in the house. Interview, auditions, and everything. You know, uh, processes were things that we had to go through. Like, it didn't really matter if it was nice or if it wasn't nice, but it was like it was just a process that was necessary. And I kind of enjoyed every bit of it, because as I was getting closer, I was staying positive and faithful, and believing that it would get to a point where I would be in the house. It is so, like, the process of being in the house is just uh um because it's just one of those things that if you want to be successful, you have to go through certain processes, right? Which is what happened. But all in all, I'm happy that I eventually got into the house. And yeah, just
Awesome. All right, so let's talk about the pairing. South Africans versus Nigerians in the house. I mean, you spent 7 weeks in the show. So tell us, did the pairing
to be
affect your
honest,
game or did it
I was
help your game?
perfect. I think I would have done great. I know that I would have still been nominated every Monday, whether I was being paid or not. But I think I would have done great either ways. I think I didn't really mind the pairing, because the person I was paired with is someone that I already had like a connection with, like I vibed with and everything. So that that she was my partner, because she and I have a lot of similarities, when it comes to being creative and everything. Um, so I didn't really mind it, and I didn't really think it flopped my game. I think we, as a pair, we played the game quite well, because I was intentional about a lot of things, when it came to her and everything. So I I can't really say that affected my game in any way. Yeah, I try to like involve her in, like, bring her in, so that whoever loves me outside the house will also have to love her as well, because I feel like that's the whole point of we pairing up. So yeah, I didn't really think it affected my game. I didn't mind it, but I feel like I've done well, whether I was paired or not.
Awesome. Okay, so your favorite moment in the house, because we've watched you on our screen for 7 weeks. I mean, with everything that has happened, a lot of things in the game for the head of house, HOH games, the Friday arena, the Friday party, Saturday parties, the Thursday pool parties. I mean, a lot of activities, during the show and all of that. So, can you just share with us your
Moment in the
favorite
house would
moments in the
definitely
house
be
while
when
you
I
were there?
won HOH at about.
Yeah.
I felt like it was long overdue. I went into the house, with a competitive
Yeah.
spirit and with a competitive mind, but I realized that when I go into the arena, or I do anything with too much anxiety, I don't end up achieving it. So I had to just calm down when it comes to arena games. I knew that the time was gonna come that I would be HOH, right? And when it came, I was excited about it. And it's the fact that he's gonna be in history, that I was HOH doing the Big Brother Titan. So, and I enjoyed the whole experience of being HOH. The whole week that I was HOH, I was able to make some
Mm.
implementations and everything. So yeah, yeah, that's like one of my most interesting.
Yeah, so talking about your fan base, like I said, your fan base is like a force. I mean, I'm more on Twitter when it comes to the show. Honestly, I am more on Twitter, and we know what the force. I mean, the force has been like from day one. I mean, they're supportive of your brand, of you, and the things that you are to do. You know, okay. So now that you're even out of the show, because a lot of people don't see this coming. Like we didn't see this coming on time. But let me just go straight to your brand. So what should we expect in the future? Like what should we expect of Yemi after now the show has ended for you? But let's see, what should we expect for your brand outside now that you're here? What
To be
should we
honest,
expect?
I quite a lot before I like going to the house, right? I was a fashion influencer, lifestyle influencer, a brand. I was doing a bit of acting, basically event hosting, just related stuff. But that would still be happening, of course, but that would definitely happen. I believe that I have to like up my game in, and I definitely have the avenues to make things happen. So that would be much larger scale because I intend to take that international. I just I will still be doing a lot of influencing and larger scale. And that I am working on a bunch of other things which relate to designing, owning a clothing line. I've never really said this in any of my interviews, so I'm saying it here first. That will definitely also happen, and I'm working on a bunch of other stuffs, podcast, a reality show maybe at some point. But yeah, just really working, just but we're gonna take it one step at a time. We're just gonna take it one step at a time. But I just want to give people an opportunity to also see, like to also give them an opportunity to also see different sides of me. They saw that in the house, and I can also extend that to my to my uh to who I am outside the house as well. So yeah.
Awesome. All right, so we're actually towards the end of this chat. But we have a lot of questions. Oh my god. From the Koyemi fans to the Blue Ava fans to Blue Ava and Yemi to Yemi and Khosi. A lot of questions. We can't take all the questions, but I'm just gonna ask a few. So this one is just let me just share on the screen so you can see. I don't know if you can see the screen. So who do you like most between
Like
Khosi
these
and Blue
questions,
Ava?
I feel like they've watched numerous interviews and I've been asking questions, but you guys just keep asking me these questions.
Okay, so like I said, there are lots of questions, honestly. A lot of them. We can't take all the questions, but most of them are questions. Okay, yeah, so there's one here. There's a question here. Yes. Yemi, would you still be
I mean,
friends with
yes,
Miracle outside the
we'll be
house?
called there outside the house. That's it. We'll be called there outside the house.
Awesome. Okay, so yeah, for those who really watch the show, and of course, a lot of questions around Miracle and Yemi, um, would come up, would pop up. Okay, so any hope for a strong friendship with Khosi outside the house?
Friends, for sure.
That's
We'll
one.
be friends. And I mean, we're never enemies, so I don't understand what's the question.
Okay, so there's a question here from I am Mush 32. It says, please ask him why is not cautioning his fan base for militing Khosi. I
Don't understand. I
yeah.
don't think anyone is emulating anyone, but yeah.
Okay. All right. So these are just few questions from the question box that we have here, and I'm just trying to sieve through because it's not all the questions I can put out on the screen. But anyways, I'd like to say thank you so much for your time, Yemi, and thank you for sticking with us. And my question before you leave: who would you like to see win the show?
Who would I like to see win the show?
Win
So,
the show, yes.
I'm gonna I'm gonna answer your question from perspective that I'm outside the house right now, and based on what I can see.
Okay.
You know, at the end of the day, it's okay to want to see someone win, but based on what I can see outside the house, I know that Kanaga and Khosi a chance because they have strong fans outside the house. They have strong alliances, and Blue also does have a strong fan. Strong fans and alliances outside the house. So like those three, those three people are kind of strong outside the house. So like I'm rooting for them all the best.
Thank you. Someone is asking